Been around the top queffers in my city. Road or the walk, there's no pressure for me really. Tackers them my city, up the retters for my killie. One phone call will have the steppers on a milli. Fighting my demons, trying to tame the bang and rimmy.
Yo, Wagwan, SV, life in this ghetto environment. Yeah, I hope you've been enjoying this local prison series so far. I just got one little correction. On the last video, I was saying Bucky Mark. I think I heard someone call him that, but out of jest, innit? Really, his name was just Bucky. He was Marvin Campbell's Cody. On the case where they got Yam with 300 boxes. So it wasn't the Bucky Mark that Tiny GB keeps talking about and XYZ, innit? That's my bad. Yeah. This is gonna happen, but if I make any mistakes, I will always come back and rectify it and stand on my square and own up to it. You get me? This next segment now is Highdown. This was the second time I come there, and it's obviously I got released from Highdown, and then I got recalled and went back to Highdown. So all these events is what happened in them 2 times that I went to Highdown before I got transferred to Rochi. Yeah, but you gotta bear with me because I was out for a year and got recalled back. The timeline's a bit blurry to me, but everything that I'm saying did happen. It's just 1 or 2 events might have happened on the time before or the time after. But if I can, I'll clarify and rectify those as well. But definitely everything I said happened. We don't need to exaggerate on that. So bam, let's get into this. When I went back to house block, when I went back to Highdown from Brixton, I had to get what happened? I got sentenced for the commercial thing. So I'm stuck in basically Croydon now. So I'm basically stuck in Highdown. Highdown's a local for Croydon. Yeah, I first went on to house block 5. Um House block 5 was like an enhanced wing. Basically, there was 2 house block 5s in it. I think it was house block 5A and 5B. I'm not too sure how they arranged it, but I was on the A side, the first one. Yeah, like it was a clean wing. The wing was laid out a bit different to the rest of the jail. You had keys to your door. I think there was all single bang up as well. Yeah, it was a decent wing, man. The officers over there was a bit booky, but it was alright, man. What made it alright was a set of people that man spent time with on there. First of all, introducing the names, I gotta put my man first in it. Bilal from Walthamstow. Not gonna wheel off his last name, but up until then, yeah, um, I'm from South, innit? Obviously, man's got a lot of Asian brethren and know a lot of Asian people I grew up with and that, but I think back then, I don't know, it was a bit different. Like I wasn't used to coming across no bad boy Asian youths, like sturdy bad boys. You get me? That was Asian. Like they're around, but I just never come in vicinity of them, man, until I come higher down and about below. Um, yeah, man. What struck me about him is them man has integrity. You get me? It was definitely a real one, and yeah, man, he opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. He kind of took a liking to man. Obviously, over the period of time, obviously, man liked him as well, but over the period of time, man started to rate his thing. Man's finding out certain things, and he's not a blase man. He's not chatting his thing. He's not boosting up his thing. You get me? Most of the things I found out about him was from his coldies or man that know him from outside the XYZ. You get me? As man got closer to him, he did show man certain things about his case and that there was all in a conspiracy them time there. And I got to see a little bit of the lifestyle and that. But that was the first time I see a case that intricate. Yeah, I've never seen a case that intricate, bugging the cars, bugging this, bugging that, like going super mad in it. Obviously, it was happening, but I just never, you get me, crossed paths with a man that was under that type of intense oboe, you get me? So, yeah, he even taught me one or two things that I carried on into later life. But yeah, man, he was good peoples, not gonna lie. There was one of his coldies, Darren Thompson, DT, big him up, super humble, super cool. Um, yeah, when I first got on the wing, he was like one of the first ones out of the OGs, them that kind of held man. You get me? Welcome, man, and yeah, started reasoning with man. Man, there was another one of their coldies. He come a little bit later. I was gonna say Joseph. Like, if you're from around there, you know who it is. He was round B and that. You get me? Um, Sean Rat was there. Big him up. Don't know what he's doing now, but big him up, man. I came back on a recall later on, and he was still there. You get me? No, he basically they bust the case, innit? They bust the conspiracy, but him when I went back and got recalled, he was back as well. He was with Liam Wallace. You get me? Big them up still. Big up Liam as well, man. Good peoples, money makers. You get me? There was Ranks from town, Rankins, Sharon Blair, drummer, R.I.P. Yeah, I want to tell you about him in a little bit, but I don't want to go into too much because he's not around no more, and I don't want to be chatting on him. But the man there, heavy, very, very heavy. At the time, man never really, you get me? He was too heavy for me. You get me? He's one of them people that is like, raw. You're either gonna like him or you're not. Do you know what I'm saying? So before I actually knew him and he knew man and Bilal and them man they kind of took man in, yeah, he definitely wasn't rated man's gangster. And yeah, me and him weren't really sociable, you get me? I didn't have a no thing with him, but yeah, he was just very prominent, very heavy, and man was a young G. But the thing is, Blair used to look young. I used to think he was my age when I first got there, you get me? And then one or two little things happened what made man know, and then I got to see, yeah, heavy, heavy, heavy. R.I.P. man. Who also there? Shabaya was there. Vic was there. Vicky Santizo. These times they was called Victim. Yeah. When I first got on the wing, I come on the wing with a guy called Caution. I'm not sure where he's from, African you. And them two knew each other. And because man was only in Dutch with Caution, and man's come on a wing with him, Vic reached out to my man straight away. I was there. My man said, yeah, roll with man. And then man ended up being around Vic for a little while. I say a month or two. You get me? And at the time, them man had a little ash pattern. You get me? So basically, my man bought man's friendship with the smokes. You get me? With the trash and so he would pop off on man, link man, and man would be around him rapping in cells. And you get me? He could rap, man could rap. So that's how we kind of built some type of rapport. Man used to be in his cell enough times rapping, writing bars, going back rapping. You get me? But along with that was the facade. You get me? But at the time, man, everyone kind of had a facade. It's Joe in it, but I just didn't know how intricate and how in depth his thing was. But yeah, Vic was there. Who else was there? Yeah, not too long after Vic left, a guy called Joel came. Joel from Sydenham. He was around the Sydenham twins and that. And when he first come on the wing, he come on the wing a bit mad. You get me? His attitude was stinking persona. I remember the first day he landed on the wing, he dashed his bags down and started walking up and down all the wing on every landing, looking at man's name cards and pictures and seeing who's who. You get me? He was looking for Vic. But I'll get into that later. basically Vic was capping, talking bare stories and talking about works he never matched. And one of the works that he claimed was that he must have let off 2 fireworks at certain man's yard. You get me? That was his local story, and that while he was on the wing. And then this shoot basically was round them, the twins. And then he's come to the jail hearing that Vic was there and Vic was chatting off his mouth and claiming things, innit? So he come to do stuff. You get me? Um, Littles, yeah, the batty riders, whatever he wants to call him, the brethren, the boss, whatever, because the way he's holding my man in a high esteem, come like, yeah, that was your boss. You get me? But he was there, look all you littles, you get me? Then you add Jerome, one light skinned youth from Nam. Man didn't like him too tough. Me and him used to butt heads all the time. There was a little after a while there could become a little clicky thing on the wing, you get me? And he was in Vic's local clique. Who else? Tiny from Nam, short, brown skin youth, kinda amped. It was calm though, man. You get me? I just remember the walk he used to have. He used to have his shoulders hunched up and he used to just walk up and down the wing like, you get me? He was semi in that little clique, but still he was his own man and he's doing him, you get me? I think he was in there for a Mazda or something. Obviously, certain them man that ain't, so it's different kind of caliber of people, innit? And then you had Chambers, some yard man from ghetto Lewisham or something. He was a batty rider as well, still. Like, he was like Vic's #1 fan. I remember they used to come up with the maddest of stories and they would be co-signing each other, like, ask my man and I tell him about that time and all of that, you get me? But you could tell a lot of it was waffle. But after a while, that man they had a little hate campaign against me, you get me? And then man ended up seeing Chambers outside. I was with one yard man, Pie, big up Pie. Yeah, we was in Lewisham petrol garage. Man's Ross Clark. What happened now? Yeah, man pulled up with him. I've gone to into the petrol garage. Um, come back to the car, and Chambers was at the car chatting to Pie. And obviously, he knew the badness. He's chatting to my man, but then he was shocked when he see man there as well. You get me? He kind of looked at man like, rah, you kind of know my man. And you get me? He tried to, oh man, and do that, so, but obviously, man, didn't like him after all them shenanigans in jail. You get me? Doing the backup dancer thing. Oh, yeah. So that was like House Block 5, the first time I went there. There was another spur, like I said before, but I didn't really get to socialize or know too many men over there. I just remember Bobby Kasanka was over there, and I remember Naf Squiller was there at a point. But yeah, I already spoke about the capping from Vic and all that, you get me? And then basically after about a month, 2 months in, Bilal must have, oh man, this is the first time man actually spoke in it. Because man used to just always say, he was in the, you get me, the hierarchy, you get me, that man there was Premier League, you get me, he was around Sharom, and I've already said his Cody's, and you get me, Shabire and that. So that was the hierarchy, those were the top dogs on the wing, you get me? So after a while, Bilal must have kind of checked for man, you get me? You obviously watch man, see how man carry manself. And yeah, one day he just pulled my coat, yo, fam. Stop chilling with them boy there, and them man are idiots. It's better that you come round, man. You see it? So yeah, that's how me and Bilal ended up being cool, and I ended up getting to know him and certain things. Um, yeah, after that, him and DT would check for man. More of me and DT would be reasoning, and I think DT was on my landing, innit? So me and him would be reasoning more time, and certain times man will go around below and all that. But at the time, yeah, that man was heavy in it. So you know me, I've always respected badness to an extent. You get me? I always have. I'm aware there's a hierarchy. I'm aware there's a bad man for man and all of these things. So at the time, I'm looking down there and I'm seeing man that's bad for man, innit? So man ain't really going around there and passing my place unless man's, yo, listen forward and you get me, come we play cards or FIFA or whatever. You get me? Oh yeah, how can I forget? Joseph as well was there. Black brother, African from Nam. He moved to Bedford. He's doing well for himself. I see him open up a couple barber shops and that. Um, he got that club now, Lagos Lounge. Big him up, man. He's one of like the success stories, along with Bobby Kasanga and a few other men that I've seen do well since coming out of prison. To be fair, but Joseph was the man that had a couple PS2s, Pro, and all that, and a man that would rent the PlayStation off him and bang Pro. Man's doing tournaments and all these things. Yeah, so round about them time there, obviously Shabaya, I can't remember if I knew him from the road before or I met him there. But yeah, after a while, because obviously man from the kind of same neck of the woods, Quaid and Brixton kind of thing, me and him started reasoning, you get me? At this point here, he's on trial with the thing with Mouse and that, you get me? So he'll be coming back and you get me? Me and him would be rapping, reasoning, and you know what I'm saying? Man's hearing certain things. And I just remember him because he used to always call me by my government. Do you understand? All the time. Yo, Israel. Just, you get me? Yeah, he was the only one that used to do that still. So, bam, now. After a while, after I'm around them lot now, Vic started to kind of hate on man. You get me? Because obviously, that man didn't rate his thing. But I'll be on a thing like, he's that, I don't know, he's got some front. He used to say little comments like, right, you don't know man no more. Or you don't check for man no more. And all these little feminine things. You get me? And then obviously I said that the little click in it. After a while, it was him, Chambers, that you Jerome. Yeah, they kind of, I think that you Caution that I moved on a wing with. Yeah, they was all kind of clicky. You get me? And then, yeah, my man weren't Priya man's downfall like that, but he was just trying to go out of his way to find a chink in man's armor. And do you know what I'm saying? If you could have put man down, he would have. 100%. At one time, he did kind of try a half-hearted thing. Get me? I'll get into that in a bit. Um, yeah, but after not too long after no, let me get to this Vic bit. Yeah, so bam, how me and Vic proper fell out now is obviously I'm around them and he's hating and that. And then basically man got a survey job and he was on the survey already. But I think at this point, yeah, man's plugged in it. Man's seen the little patterns that man's doing, getting the extras from the trolley and all these things in it. So now that I'm on a hot plate, that stuff's kind of coming to man in it. And obviously, Vic weren't very liked. Do you know what I'm saying? People would stomach him and that, but because of the whole facade thing, people was itching to go against him. Is it? So when man's on the hot plate now, and obviously I'm talking up my thing, yeah, the man was like, yeah, boom, bam, I started getting all that stuff. Yeah. And then obviously, yeah, Vic was hating again. And then basically a crate of prison milks must have went missing. He's took them. Man's gone to go and get them. He's in a cell with Caution and that Jerome, but they're like hiding behind the door, innit? So man's gone into the cell. Wow, where's the milks? I was like, what? What do you mean? They're my milks. I'm taking half. I'm taking half. You get me? So man's like, brother, they're prison milks, fam. Take half of them then, bro. You moving like some tramp. Think man care about prison milks. Get me? Then he's on something like, right, what? You kind of on a ting, innit? Like you're talking like you're on a ting. You get me? Like putting on his trainer, taking it off, putting on his trainer, like acting like he's gonna. You get me? Get busy. These times here, I've looked, I've clocked that them man there's in the cell as well. One of them's by the door, innit? So, right, what is this? What is man coming? Man drove me in there to try to rush man or something. What's going on, family? What you want to fight man over prison monks? Brother, you're a tramp. You get me? I told him live, or you are a tramp, bro. You get me? He's like, huh? Started laughing, you get me? I told Caution to move from the door. He moved from the door, and man walked out the cell. You get me? But afterwards,
Even when I did a Donny, thought I bring it with me. Pure shower stances when the man them see me. They know about the dog, guess I blanks them gimme.